Hey YouTube, it's your favorite mega church cult survivor Lilorda, and I'm live, and I'm also live on TikTok, and I'm live on Instagram as well. So today I'm just going to be continuing from the topic that I've been talking about, abuse in Christian marriages. You know, these men are the most abuse that I've ever experienced or met in my life. It's because the environment is very patriarchal and misogynistic, and then if we add the other layers of the toxicity when it comes to like culture, the uncles, it's very misogynistic and patriarchal in that culture. The women are taught to be slaves. They're taught to wear ABUSE as the crown. So that's what I became. I became a woman that internalized misogyny and internalized the most toxic parts of the Nigerian culture. And I'm so glad that I've healed. And there's able to be a balance with my children, because one of the parents have to heal. One of the parents have to be able to, have create some sort of stability for the children, because as you know, most narcissists, it's all about themselves. So what they'll do is they'll try and do triangulation, which my ex-husband has tried to do in the past couple of days, where he's been seeing a girl for God knows how long. I think it's probably been over a year. I don't know. I don't know how long he's been seeing the woman, because he hasn't told me a damn thing. We haven't even sat down and told our kids that we have divorced yet. So I think just to, bring in other persons into the equation, I think is quite damn near foolish. But as you know, these preds and these narcs and these men that just haven't healed, there's so much trauma. They're gonna go for a young gal, because an older woman with sense, that's got wisdom. And also it's like, guys, could you imagine that? Could you imagine someone taking your husband or your baby dad taking your kids around a woman that you don't even know her name? I don't even know this bitch's name. I don't know where she lives. I don't know if does he know if she's got a DBS check? Because when I was saying to him, you're bringing my kids around people that we don't know. Me and Peter made a vow, yeah, when we were married, and you lot might think, oh, things change, yeah, but bitch, my word is my word. But he's just a bitch, so he doesn't know what that means to be real, to be loyal. So anyway, we made a vow that whether we stay together, split up, whatever, we're all about our kids. This is the reason why I had kids with the guy. We're all about our kids. So the agreement was, if we broke up, we wouldn't bring any other people around our children. We wouldn't do that. And I reminded him of that in the voice note. Here he is, bringing in a random gal. Has the girl got a DBS check? Have you checked if she's got a DBS check? How do you know that this gal ain't going to trouble up kids? You don't know this girl from nowhere. You've known her for how long? 3 years. Are you on crack? Do you know what I'm saying? Are you smoking? Like, what the helly? What the hellionte? And you know how I am. You think you're going to bring a random broad around my kids? Baby girl, if you come across this girl and you watch this, baby, like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work out. Put a record on. Because this type of disrespect, bitch, I won't even meet you. I don't even need to meet you. I don't even need to say anything, because I don't even F with Peter. I don't respect him. I don't put no respect, no nothing on his name. So if you're his gal, do you think I'm going to give you the time of day? Do you know how much of a narcissist this man is? I said to this man, why did you take my kids to go to this guy? Do you know what this guy did? I'm just going to tell the story, because I've absolutely had enough. So this guy has been seeing this girl for God knows how long. I knew he was seeing the girl because he's just a piece of human fecal matter. So I could tell when he's with her, because he's a bitch. Do you know what I mean? So he acts all feminine, like female. Like, I just know there's someone next to him, because I know him. I was with him for a decade. I was with him for a decade. I know that man better than he knows himself. Yeah. So anyway, now I usually have my kids' hair done like to a T, because I'm just that mum. My kids are always looking crisp, always looking on point. Now, because we were unwell last week, thanks for the follow, babe, because we were unwell, my kids' hair weren't done, but that's a rarity. Their hair's always usually done. So he came to take the kids on Thursday. So because he's sly, he already had in his head that he was going to take my kids to go to this girl's birthday party on the Friday and the Saturday and the Sunday, or the Friday and the Saturday. I can't even remember. So now he's messaging me, like, because I've messaged him. I'm like, I need to do the kids' hair, because I'm such a on it mum that I make sure that my kids' hair's done. Because anyway, I'm going to keep it cute. So now he's messing me. I'm like, oh yeah, because they've got in braids. I'm like, take out the braids, because my child has because you don't know, bitch. Do you know what I'm saying? You just walked into the equation 5 minutes ago. You want to be doing updating divorcees and having my kids at your party. So now I'm going to involve you in our marital business. You know them ones. So my child suffers from severe allergies. You might want to know this. She's allergic to all different types of stuff. All right. So my child has this allergy where her hair will like get like she has allergic breakouts, like dermatological thing. So I had to be my child gets like dandruff. He doesn't even care about his child's dermatological allergic reaction. He's so fast wanting to go and fast himself up under young coochie. He's going and taking my child with her hair that needs to be washed and taken out because this is an allergy that she has. I've got pictures. I'll expose it all. I'll expose my child's scalp on social media. I'm in a care. I'm in a blog clock here because he's pissed me off now. So anyway, so her hair had all the flakes in it, everything. So instead of him prioritizing his 11-year-old's allergic reaction hair, he didn't do that. Instead, he wanted to go and bring her to me to quickly do up the hair so that he could take her to go and be doing up show with the gal at the birthday. Because you know these Nigerians, everything's about reputation and show. They won't deal with what they got to deal with at home, but everything's about reputation, everybody seeing this, that, and the third. All right. So now I've come here and I'm doing the kids' hair. Now I'm questioning my kids because I question my kids all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, because me and my ex-husband share custody. The reason why we share custody with the girls is because Peter, let me tell you something, yeah. If you've been telling this girl you must fecal matter, I swear to God, I'll expose why we share the custody of the kids. All you need to know is that Peter was very involved in the kids' life because I was working full time. I was working my ass off, and so he was very involved with the girls. You see, that's why that's why I share the custody, my love. It's not because he's this great dad and whatever. I was working full time and he was looking after the kids, babe. Okay, that's on period point blank. All right, my Shayla, just so you know, bitch. So when we split up, I couldn't just like take the kids away from their dad because, as you know, I was in the cult full time. I was working full time. My sister was in the house. She was a sister wife. She was helping to take care of those kids. Yes, I loved my kids and I was there with my kids, but Peter was like the main person looking after the girls because I was in the cult 24 hours a day and he was an idiot allowing that to happen. So he had that relationship with the kids. So I couldn't just take the kids with the divorce. Imagine we moved out of our dream family home. I've moved into another house. I've moved away from the area we were in. Like all of this stuff was happening. Do you get what I'm saying? My child was like transitioning into year 5 or whatever, going into. So I had to make the decision. Oh, I can't remember what I said, to move the house. So anyway, long story short now. So I've asked my kids, where are you going? Because they're telling me they're going to this party. They're going to daddy's friend's party. I said, what friend? I don't know. I said, are you... I'm not rising you, bitch. Who are you? What could you possibly bring to this conversation? So I've said, where are you going? Like, who's the friend? Oh, I don't know, mommy. So as I'm doing the hair, because I'm thinking, is this guy taking me for idiot? So as I'm doing the hair, I've called up, Chair, I don't have time for you, Chair. Have I got mods on here? Mods, are you awake? Are you alive? Are you here? Are my mods here? Are they active? Can you let me know if you're a mod? So anyway, 364 people. All right, let me make you a mod. Curvy vibes, are you on? So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I've asked my kids, like, where are you going? Like this, that, and the third. So they're not telling me. So as I'm doing the hair, it's just occurred to me because my intuition was telling me that he's seeing someone. And I don't care because I wasn't even attracted to Peter. I'm still in love with my ex who unalive. I don't go for light-skinned guys. He's not my type. I wouldn't have gone for him, yeah? So it's not about that, but there's a way that you do things. We haven't even sat down and told our children that we're divorced. We haven't even sat down and had a conversation with our children. And here you are parading my kids with a gal. I don't even know her name. Peter is such a narcissist. I don't even know where he lives. I don't even know where Peter lives. He comes to my house whenever he wants, unannounced, dropping stuff at my kids, doing whatever. He's such a narcissist. I don't know to this day where he lives. This is the kind of stuff that he does. So now that he's got another gal involved, that's probably reading text messages, knowing all my business, all her blood clot little friends know my business. He's been talking my business to her, so now I'm exposing him because he's been talking human fecal matter. So now you're getting exposed, bitch. Mina care. Mina blood clot care. Because if you think you're going to play with me, babes, I'm Jamaican. I've got Jamaican blood. My dad's a yard man. Do you think I'm going to sit here and let you take me for idiot? You got another blood clot thing coming, babes, because I'll raise my kids on my blood clot own. You don't know me. I'll make it difficult for you, babe. I'll make it, because if you think I don't want my kids full time, I love them kids. Them kids are my world, my heartbeat. I will take my kids and look after them full time. The only reason why we have a shared custody arrangement is because to take my kids away from that man, it would have absolutely ruined them. It would have absolutely ruined them, because especially my elder child is her father. She's exactly like him. I couldn't do it to them. I couldn't do it to them. I could have been selfish. I could have made things difficult. I could have used the kids as a weapon. That man's got it so good. He's treated me so bad. The financial exploitation, if you know the debt that I'm in. The financial exploitation that I'm in. And if this man goes to lie, I'm gonna share receipts, all my bank statements, all of the conversations I had with Citizens Advice Bureau, all my GP notes, everything, every blood clot thing. I'm not the one, babes. I'm not the one. Because if you think you're going to be going and chatting me to some little gal that you've known for 5 minutes, she's probably seen text messages, she's probably seen knows all of my business. Do you know I'm bait online? You lot know I come on here, I expose people, I chat my chat, I talk my talk. This guy has allowed another girl to have one up on me who's been watching my content. Of course she's been watching my content. Of course she's been coming on my lives. Of course she's been studying me. Of course she's been psycho. And do you think I'm an idiot? Oh my God, the disrespect. The disrespect is just beyond me. The snaky movements. How could you do that to the mother of your child? How could you do that to the mother of your child? You've got no loyalty. You move like a gal. What the hell is this? So there's no loyalty now. So the vows and the covenant that we made over our kids, it don't mean nothing. Your word don't mean nothing. Anyway, so I'm doing the girl's hair, but I'm feeling like an idiot. So I've called him up because I said, if I go outside, I'm going to get angry. I don't know what's going to happen. Let me just call him up, because this is the whole reason why I left Peter, because it gets very ABUSE. It's toxic. He doesn't communicate. He was giving me silent treatment, making me walk on eggshells, treating me like human fecal matter. This is how I used to look in the marriage. And this is a lot to do with him. If a man is letting you walk around in these streets looking like this, he's a dusty, he's a bum. All right. So, as I'm sitting there doing my kid's hair, I'm thinking, is this ninja really going to disrespect me? Like, there's no way that he could be bringing the kids back to my yard. And when I tell you guys, in the beginning, my house was an open house. I used to let him come up, be in the kids' room, do everything, because I never had my dad growing up. So I really, really wanted it to be like an open house, because I knew I wasn't going to get with, like, bring no man around my kids. So that's the reason we didn't sit down and have a conversation with them about us being divorced. Because as far as I know, he weren't seeing anyone, he weren't introducing anyone into my kid's life. The same with me. But because he's a narcissist, do you know what I'm saying? It's all about ego. It's not actually about me or the girl. It's about him. It's about his ego. And then I try and communicate with his mother and it just doesn't work. It's just a lot of enabling behavior. Do you know what I mean? It's repeated toxic cycles. It's very traumatic. His mum hasn't, she just doesn't want to talk to me, because you know how it is in that community. Do you get what I'm saying? They worship the man. Even if the man is in the wrong, there's a lot of enmeshment in the relationships, and all of that. I'm a single father to a 5-year-old. Oh, okay. And what do you think about what he's done to me then? Rob Marley, what do you think about what my ex-husband's done to me? What if your wife did that? How would you feel? How would you feel? All right, mods. What mods are on? All right, so now as I'm doing their hair, yeah, I've called him. Yeah, Nigerian mums always enable, babe. That's what they do. I can't talk to his mum. So this is why I've come onto the internet. I can't talk to his mum. They're like hyper religious. So instead of her having a conversation with me, she'll put on her display picture, "You need to forgive Jesus," like indirect, because they don't like conflict. They don't like confrontation. Oh, thank you, my love. They don't like confrontation. It's exactly like the cult. A lot of the Nigerian culture is exactly like the cult. That's why I left him. Because I started figuring out, like, he's just like the cult. Like, that's the indoctrination from the culture. All right. Let me just tell the story, then I'm going to get into this. It's just gaslighting, bare gaslighting. That's why I think he knew that it was a cult, my ex-husband. I think he clocked that it was weird when he came in. But of course, like, I'm beautiful. Do you know what I mean? I just come off the X Factor. I'm a catch. I would never go for him. And he knew it. But it was because I was so mentally messed up, and he took advantage of that. Do you get what I'm saying? And he allowed me to marry him because he wasn't mentally unstable. I was. And these are the things that I haven't really been processing. But since he's done this move, because I was always like, I don't think he's a narcissist. I think he's got traits of narcissism, because he was there so much for the kids. But narcissists will use the kids. So anyway, I've called the girl, and guys, you know how I flip out. You lot know where I'm coming from. You lot know I've got like ADHD, anger issues, my mental health. He knows that as well, better than everyone else. So now I've called him and I'm like, "Peter, where are you taking my kids?" He's like, "Oh, to a friend's birthday." I said, "What friend's birthday?" "Oh, my friend, you don't know them." I said, "Oh." I said, "Is this a female?" He said, "Yes." Now, Peter's done this before, because I don't know if this is the same girl, my love. Maybe you can tell me, or maybe it was a different girl that he was blowing out her back. I think it was last year, Christmas. My kids came home with all the Christmas presents, yeah? Now, My kids, like his family, they usually go all out. Like they buy expensive gifts for my kids, and I buy expensive gifts for my kids, and so does my family on the other side. Like we buy our kids good things. So my kids have come back with Christmas presents because I'm a spiritual woman. God will tell me in my dreams, bitch. I'll get intuition. I'll get downloads. People will talk to me. This is how I found out. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not your average Joe outside in these streets. Spiritually gifted, divine feminine, babes. So when my kids have got out the presents now, I've seen one cheap Mickey Mouse pencil case that looks like it's been bought from the pound shop. It's like an insult that my kids have got this. So I'm like, princess, who bought you this? Oh, it's from daddy's friend. The disrespect. So do you see the things that he's been doing? Do you get what I'm saying? Like bringing stuff into my yard from a girl that he's blowing their back out. And then he introduced, I think the girl was at the yard, and he's introducing my kids to the girl and taking them around her kids. And my kids are playing on robots. So do you see how he's trying to have this relationship and start this relationship with this woman without me involved? Because he's a narc. So he doesn't want to bring me because I'll expose him. Do you get what I'm saying? So instead, he's fed this false narrative to this idiot. She's probably young, DUMB, and naive. You know, these young DUMB gal, she's probably a beauty lash tech or in some sort of beauty or something like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Probably she probably ain't had education past the B-Tech in college. And this is, so what kind of gal like that? Because with Peter, everything's about reputation. So she probably, in his eyes, he probably thinks she looks good. But that's not what it's about here. It's not about looks. It's not about how a person looks. It's about what can that person teach to my child. Because you want to be bringing someone in my life, but how is that woman going to nurture and water my child? What can she teach my child? Lash and nails, beauty tech. Please, we're not doing that up, babes. We're not doing that up. Anyway, so I need to tell this story because it's so narcissistic. So I've just kicked off on the phone and I've been like, do you know what? Yeah, I don't care that you're seeing another girl. I don't care who you're blowing the back out of. But it's how can you not have a conversation with me about my kids? I said to him, if you do this again, I'm gonna pull up to the venue. I'm gonna pull up because my hair was half done, and I'm gonna embarrass you in front of her family, in front of everyone. Because mina care, mina blood clot hair. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So I've let the kids go because you know what narcissists do? He knows if I start kicking off, he's going to get what he wants. He's going to call the police because he's called the police on me before because he's do you know that this man's been physically threatening to me, ABUSE, everything, yeah? And I haven't even reported him to the popo. I throw a pizza at his car because that was reactive abuse, and this guy called the popo on me to the point where, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. And I've done all of this to protect him and protect my children. But I can see the way that this is going. He's a narc. So he's just going to discard my kids at a certain point, get married with probably with a whitey gal or a gal where the look's ambiguous, because he won't go for BLK girls anymore. Because remember, I'm not mixed race. I'm a BLK woman. I'm on the levels of Aaliyah, Megan Good, who else? Whitney Houston. Like I am like I'm BLK, 90s fine, black royalty, natural beauty. So when you bring in a gal who's all mixed and we can't be in the same lineup. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because I'm a BLK woman. So usually these kind of narcs, that's what they'll do. They'll go for like a whitey gal or an exotic, ambiguous looking gal and think that they've got one up on you. So once I started to see that he's moving like that, oh, look, Rob Marley said black magic. Thank you, baby. When I started to see that he's moving like that, I was like, F it, I'm just going to expose him. Because you know, it's going to end up where he's going to start seeing the kids less. He doesn't give me any money whatsoever. You know, there's been times I've been absolutely struggling. Don't know how I'm going to make ends meet, but here he is spending money on this young DUMB naive gal, ignoring my texts when I'm asking him for financial aid when I haven't got a penny. That's the kind of man that we're dealing with. That's the kind of man that you're dealing with, bitch. So girl, I'm gonna teach you something because I know you're young, DUMB and naive, and you don't know a damn thing. The first red flag, sweetheart, is when they're slagging off their wives to you or they don't talk about their wives. That's the first red flag. The second red flag is when you're getting introduced to their kids and the wife is not there and is none the wiser. Yeah. The third red flag is when the wife doesn't know your name, darling, and you're there kikiing with kids. It's given that you're a narcissist. It's given that you have severe mental health, or it's given that you're young, DUMB and naive. And I hope you have family that will see me doing up this live and speak some blood clot sense into you. Do you know what I mean? Because little girl, you don't know a damn thing. Don't be coming and getting yourself involved in grown folk business. If you're going to see my ex-husband, minna care, minna blood clot care. But let me tell you something. You're not going to be involved in my youth's life. You're not going to be some sort of stepmom. You're not going to be taking my kids out. You're not going to be introduced to my kids. You're not going to be around my kids because we made a vow and a covenant, bitch, that we would not bring any other males or any other females around our kids. So you're not going to be around my kids. And if this continues, I will expose him to the pit of hell, where it will be so embarrassing that your family won't even want to be around him. So if I were you, sweetie, all I'm going to tell you is don't buy my kids nothing. Don't be around my kids. You don't need to be. Their mother is overly active. I live for my kids. I'm not working. I'm a stay-at-home mum. My kids get everything. They get home-cooked meals. They get cakes baked. They get blood clot pancakes baked. I dote over my children. I take my kids to all of their hospital appointments. I do everything. I was the one who made sure my kids got into a good school. I'm the one why they're emotionally why they're emotionally intelligent. I'm the one who did all of that. It's not their dad, babe. Okay, it's really, really not. I have done everything I can to maintain this relationship so that it didn't get to this point. But I'm not going to have someone trying to bring my kids into it and use my kids as a pawn, because I'll take my kids, bitch. The only reason, it's an honor. It's a privilege for you to spend time with my children, babe. I allowed you to have custody for half the time because my children adore this man. It's got nothing to do with that. I don't want my kids. It's got I take these kids when he's got to do something or he's got to go somewhere or whatever. I take the kids, but I weren't just taking the kids like that because he doesn't give me a penny. He doesn't give me 5 pence towards them kids. And if we've got to pay for something, say like something's £10, say like something's £20, say like something's £21.50, Peter will make me pay the £11.25p to a T. That's the type of dust that we're dealing with. So, girl, he might have been driving you around in that Merc that he would have never been able to afford if it weren't for me holding him down. All right, sweetheart? So when you're in that little Merc, that's my core. I did that, you know them ones, because that man would have never been able to do what he's doing right now if he didn't build his life off the back of my back. Are you all right? And then you want to come in and be meeting my... Harley, have you been seeing what's going on? Peter went to go and take the girls to a next gal's birthday, girl, to go and be doing kiki, and I don't even know this broad's name. All right. So now, he's told me all of that. He's taken the gal, he's taken my kids to this girl's birthday party, yeah, to be kikiing, right? I don't even know this girl's name. I don't even know this girl's name. If it was me and I was the one who had a man, yeah, and I took my kids to this man's birthday and whatever, and I was taking pictures and putting them up on social media and doing this, that, and the third, this guy would bug out. He'd be at my house threatening me. I'd have to call the popo. All his family would be chatting me. This is because, you know what? There was a certain rhetoric and narrative that they were trying to, so check up on the madness. I'll call you later. Because they were trying to create the narrative that, like, you know, I'm this ghetto girl, I've got all this mental health and this, that, but he's the unstable one. Because how are you going to bring a next gal? And this is when you see, because these men, these narcs, they can't survive on their own. They need a supply. He needs to be doing up triangulation. It's not even about me. It's about him. But it's about, like, he wants to bruise my ego. He wants me to get, like, off balance on ground. He wants to draw me out so that I'll come in and, like, I'll explode. And then he can, like, call the popo and get my kids taken off me. That's the type of individual that this man is. So I want you to know you're dealing with him. So this is why, girl, I can't have you around my kids, because my ex-husband hasn't put in the healing work to heal himself. So I know you're a mess. You're either a mess or you're either young. So you're either a mess. So I don't want you around my kids because you're a pick-me-sure and Barbara the Builder. And I don't know, you're just going to be fake and be doing up keying with my kids because you want this man. Do you know what I mean? There's no genuinity. And then if you're older, above the age of 30, and you're with this man, then you've got clear issues. So I don't want you around my kids for that reason. Yeah, I don't want my kids exposed to any more dysfunctionality. Dealing with Peter and his family is enough. So I do not want anyone else being brought into the equation. We need to figure out the dynamic of the relationship between me and Peter and his family. I don't want anyone else involved. I don't want anyone else. And you can't talk to Peter. He's stubborn. Not even his mother can talk to him because she's an enabler. So I have to come to the internet. I haven't got a choice. I've got to come to the internet because I've got to fight for my kids, y'all. I'm not going to have no random bitch around my kids over my unalived body. Do you understand what I'm saying? Over my unalived body. That's never going to happen. Not a day in my life. If I have to take my kids and I have to look after my kids full time, and then he needs to apply for custody through the courts or whatever, then that's what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And then he'll just won't see his kids. He can have his Shayla and he won't see his kids until that time, because I don't want my kids around a random broad that I've never met. I don't know her name. Then you're bringing, not only are you bringing my kids around this broad, you're bringing them to a birthday where you're exposing my kids to all of these other people. Are they preds? Are there PDFs around my kids? Who are these parents? They might not even like you, bitch. And then you're bringing her parents might not even like you or even want her effing with you. because you're so old and she's so young, and you're bringing my kids around. What the helly? What the hellyonte? What the helly berry? And I want to let you know, girl, I'm telling you now, if I find out that you got some kids and that my ex-husband was spending money on your kids, I'm going to flip out. You see, if I find out that this man has been spending money on this woman and on her kids, I'm going to flip out, because the financial abuse, I am in so much debt. I'm going to leave the things that he's done to me, financial exploitation and abuse, because if anybody knows me and knows my ex-husband, and you've been in this circle and you've been knowing who he's been effing with, and you know that he's been spending money on this gal, he's been parading her around in these streets, he's been doing whatever, please get in contact with me and please let me know, because once I hear that, all hell's gonna break loose. And if you want a front seat to a very entertaining film preview, then please do tell me, because it will get really interesting. No need to let him live. You deserve so much better. Oh, thank you, babe. But Rob, do you know what? I was severely indoctrinated and mentally unstable when I married Peter. Do you get what I'm saying? So I wasn't in my right mind, babe. That's why when I was like deconstructing, because he wouldn't get out of the house, and when I was deconstructing, I was like, okay, I want to divorce him. I had to like sit down and pray to God and say, okay, I've got to leave this man, because God wouldn't want me to be in an ABUSE marriage. God wouldn't want me to be in a marriage where I'm getting emotionally and psychologically ABUSED. God would not want that for me. And so I also had to come to the conclusion and realization that I was not in my right mind. My mum cried. My mum cried the day that me and that man got married, because she just knew that, you know, she just had a feeling that it just wasn't right. But she couldn't say anything because she would have lost her daughter, because I was so heavily enmeshed and embedded in the cult that if my mom had started resisting it and whatever, I would have just locked my mom off and she would have lost me forever. All right. So after I've confronted my ex-husband about him taking my kids to this gal's thing, and I might show, if I find out that he's been spending money on her, and then if I find out that she's got some kids and he's been spending money on his kids, because when I've been telling him, babes, not babes, because I don't, hell no. When I've been telling him, I don't have any money in it, because I've had to pay. One time there was stuff wrong with my car. Do you know that something happened to my car? Peter said that he was going to give me £600 or £700 towards my car. I'm still waiting for it. I had no car to take his youths to school. I was jumping on the bus. I was getting on the bus with his youths. I've got a disability. You lot know I've got chronic backache. I was crying on the phone, begging Peter to help me. Do you know this man never helped me? Do you know this man never helped me? To this day, I'm still waiting for the £600-700, you know? This man wants me to struggle. He wants me to suffer in financial. He wants me to suffer in poverty. He thinks as long as he's looking after the girls when he's got them, that's fine. If I'm here and I don't have £5 to rub to my name, he'll let me and the kids starve in the house. And here he is parading this woman around in these streets. Peter, what I'm going to tell you, Peter, I swear to God, if I find out you've been spending money on this bitch and she's got kids and you've been spending money, you're going to have to take me to court. We're going to have to formalize things with these kids, and you're going to have to take me to court, because bitch, this man used me. Every minute he was always doing another business. He's doing properties. He's doing a cleaning business. He's doing this. He's doing that. Then it flops. And I'm working full time and I'm carrying this man on my back. And then when we've got divorced and whatnot, my man, he's sly. He went and go and take the money, you know, the little bit of savings that he had. He left me. He left me with nothing. He left me to go with nothing, and went and rebuilt his life. And now and then you think you're going to rebuild your life with another female after you've done me that dirty. Bitch, you got another thing. I'm going to be problems after problems for you, because you have caused me problems. And you don't do SHIT for me. The only thing you do is look after them kids, is what you're supposed to do as their father. You don't get no extra brownie points for that. I'll take my blood clot kids. Are you all right? My kids are my world. I love my kids. Them kids are the reason I survive. Do you know how hard it is for me to not be with my kids? The way when I'm barling to the GP and I'm telling them when my kids aren't there, that's when I just feel like I'm just going to delete myself, because my kids give me something to live for. The kids are the best thing he's got going for himself in his life. When that gal figures out that he's just a dusty and a waste, She's going to leave him. She's going to leave him high and dry. And then who's he going to come running back to? His kids. But my girls know it's never been like that, because my girls are going to know when they're in their 20s and they start to deconstruct all of this trauma and all of the stuff that's happened in childhood. All my kids are going to know is that mummy didn't bring another man into the equation. Mummy focused on healing. Mummy focused on healing so that it wouldn't be dysfunctional in the home. Mummy focused on healing and being the best mother and parent that I could be for my children. I didn't do that. I didn't bring in another man and not tell their dad and create all of it. I didn't do that, because you should have your kids' best interest at heart. This is not showing that you've got their best interest at heart, because bitch, you know me. You know how I kick off. Do you want their mum to be in jail? Do you want their mum to get sectioned? He doesn't care. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't really care about the kids, because if you care about the kids, you're going to care about their mother. That's the only reason why I haven't put anything on Peter's life, because he's my kid's father. I need him to be able to provide for my kids. And I've even said, it's all right. Peter, if you don't want to spend on me, you don't want to give me a penny, it's fine. But babes, the whole reason that you have everything you have today is because of me. And if you try and say anything contrary to that, I swear to God, I will put all our bank statements, our joint account bank statements online. I will put the main account of my account to show where all the bills, everything was coming out. I will put it all online for everybody to see. I will put it online for everybody to see, because I'm not the one. I'm not the blood clot one, bitch. Is that you on the left? Yes, it is. This is what you will look like if you're in a narcissistic marriage, and a narc will let you destroy yourself, turn into absolutely nothing, because they don't care. You're just a supply that they're feeding off. So they don't care about you. It's just the supply. So I was a supply. He could do what he wanted. He could live his life that he wanted. He could be in and out of the house, go and please he could come and please as and when he wanted, come back in the house at 4 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning. God knows what he's been doing. God knows where he is. I didn't know where the hell he was. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just coming back any other type. But I'm DUMB and I'm in the cult. Girl, where has he been taking you? Because I remember when we were at the brink of separation, and he was just, taking me for a mug and walking all over me like a carpet. And actually, girl, I because I know how he is, karma, you reap what you sow. What comes around goes around, girl. So you'll see him in all his narcissistic glory very shortly. People thought they could play with me. Hey, CB. People thought that they could play with me, because I'll burn the whole thing down. Do you know what I mean? With myself in it. I just, like, I don't care. I'm like Lisa Left Eye Lopez type of, I'm like Lisa Left Eye Lopez, that type of level of don't play with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the level of petty that I will take it to. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Like, I'm not the one, babe. I'm not the blood clot one. It's like it's like he wants to turn me crazy, because he knows all of the things that I'm going through. Like, everybody can see it. It's all online. It's like it's bruised his ego. So what he's tried to do is triangulation, and he feels like the girl looks good. I know it, because in his mind he's a waste. He's got nothing going for him. He can't compete with me, and it's the ego, because of the narc. Like, I'm out here, I'm making it, I'm doing it, and he always told me to make it and do things when I was with him, but he was just sucking me of all my energy that I couldn't do anything. So I know that the girl must look a bit decent, because when I confronted him, so afterwards now he's at the dinner with my kids with this random girl that I don't know. So I'm calling him now, and I'm messaging him, yeah, and I'm saying, I've sent him a voice, and I'm like, are you all right? Are you're bringing my kid? I said, if you ever do this again, like, I've gone ham. But what it is I was sending voice notes. So obviously the girl can see his phone, so she can't hear what I'm saying. She can just see what he's writing, because he's so manipulative. He's so manipulative. And it was through the way he was messaging me and speaking to me at certain times that I knew he had another bitch there, because I know he shows off. He's like a gal. So he mirrors my personality. So baby, you're welcome, because that man that you have there, that's me. That's my whole personality. That's Mr. Leah Lauder in the car, yeah? So anyway, he's come and messaged me back, yeah? He's a Scorpio. So after I've sent him that voice note, he's messaged me back doing up, oh, there's no need to use that foul language. So do you get what I'm saying? Do you see how he's a narc? Because do you see how he's created all of this? He's been sly. He's tried to do up triangulation. He's not getting he's getting the reaction that he wants. So now what he's moved into is this narcissistic reactive abuse, where now he's really calm, and now I'm the one. I'm the bad one. I'm the one effing and blinding. I'm the one acting ghetto. I'm the one using foul language. Do you get what I'm saying? They're so toxic. I will never, because of Peter, he's put me off Scorpio men for life. Like, that's why y'all say you don't believe in star signs, but I've dealt with with I've dealt with a Scorpio narcissistic man, and I just believe that Scorpio men, to some degree, I think they've all got those narcissistic traits, or they are just narcissists, yeah. And they only care about themselves. So anyway, but I'm a Scorpio rising. I'm a Scorpio rising, bitch. So he's a Scorpio. So that's why you don't play with me, because you're a narcissist and you're a Scorpio. And I'm gonna do his birth chart as well. So good luck, Peter. Get ready. So he's a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio rising, and I'm actually an Aquarius stellium with a Scorpio rising. So you don't play, and I've got BPD, babe. So you don't play with someone like me. I'm like the narcissist's worst enemy. The narcissist will never win. The narcissist will never win. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to go and get my brekkie in a minute, and then I'll be on later. I'm a Scorpio. My twin brother is, and he's far from it. All right, that's your opinion. Minna here, Minna blood clock here. Yep, agreed. I dated a Scorpio. They met my parents, and a week later he broke up over text. Yeah, they're just, you know, out of all of the star signs, I do not with Scorpios. If I wanted a lover, like if I was just getting some D, always a Scorpio. Always, but not my ex-husband. We didn't have a schmegs life like that. I hope you're enjoying it, girl. We didn't have a good schmegs life like that. Do you know what I mean? He weren't blowing out my back. We were going years without getting the back blown out. And I mean, it's, you know, I wasn't looking attractive. Don't worry, girl. He's got a lot of trauma. So, and anyway, no, I got to think about my kids. So I'm not gonna say anything further than that, because I got to think about my child. My mum said that, you know, my eldest is going to be 12, and there's people on TikTok and stuff, and she's in secondary school. So that's the only reason, babe. That's the only reason why I'm not talking about your private parts, your genital areas. That's the only reason that I'm not talking about, you know, things that I think to do with your family, where I feel like they failed me and let me down. That's the only reason that I'm not going to talk on it right now. But if I find out, if news gets back to me and I hear that this man has been spending money on this woman, and she's got kids, and he's been spending money on these kids and kikiing, and if I find out that, like, he's taken her on a holiday, and he's done, when he hasn't taken my kids on holiday, I've been guys, there's been times I've had to eat hash browns and beans because I've been so broke, and I've asked this guy, I've got all the text messages, I've said, Peter, can you just send me a tenner, because she's seen the messages now. You think you've got one up on me? You've never got one up on me, ho. Never, not a day in your life. I'll expose my blood clot self. I'll tell people, babes, because you know my business. There's some broad out there that I don't even know who you look like. You could be seeing me walk down the street. You know what I look like. This nigga been telling you all my business. He's been telling you everything about me. I don't know. So I'm going to expose myself to the world, innit? Because now you don't have one up on me, ho. You don't have one up on me. Listen, there's his side, there's my side, and then there's the truth, babes. Yeah, so you got to find it out today. You got to learn. I'm not the blood clot one. I'm not the blood clot one, because I've got all the text messages. I'm not the one. Listen, I'm not the one, because listen, if I find out that this man's been spending money on this broad, it's all hell's going to break loose. All hell is going, I swear to God, all hell is going to break loose. All hell is going to break loose, and I will not care about anything to do with anything. And Peter, what I'm going to let you know is when you knew I was in a cult, and you took advantage of me as a vulnerable adult because you clocked that something was up, and you took advantage by marrying me because I was so mentally unstable. It's fine. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. But I'm not the same person I was. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I've never been that gal. To be fair, a lot of men do that, so it's probably best to assume he did. Yeah, but I need the proof, babe, because I can't be doing up what I'm gonna, because I can't just be going off the back of, oh, that's what's happened. I need the proof. I need the proof. And you know what's even worse? You know, like the family. You know, the family, like if the family knew about this, and they're condoning this and kikiing with this gal, so dysfunctional. Could you imagine his family kikiing with this girl, and like meeting up with this girl, and he's bringing this girl to, like, I don't F with none of them anymore, none of the family. I don't want no one to call my phone. I don't want to chat to no one. I just don't want nothing to do with them. I need to get all my name changed on all, because this bitch is outside in these streets introducing my ex-husband to her family, to her friends, everything. And when I go out, when I travel, I still got his surname on all my documentation. When I'm calling up the school, I'm like, oh, this is Mrs. blah, 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 blah. Because, like we haven't told the school because we got our kids into a really good school, pretending to be married. We went to go and look at the school together. I put on a fake wedding ring. Were you aware that he did that, my love? My child started going to secondary school in September. So we were doing that up. What year are we in? 2025. Yeah, we were doing that up towards the beginning to the mid-year. I was wearing the wedding ring. I was wearing a fake wedding ring. We were going around looking like we were married because we ain't told our kids that we've divorced. We haven't even sat down and had a conversation. My children have never been told that they've that we've been divorced, but because like his family, like usually with the Nigerian family, they don't want to like deal with conflict. They just want to like brush it under the rug and just get on with it. But we're Jamaicans, babe. So if you're not going to talk to us, I'll keep talking on the internet until his mother or his family or whatever are prepared to have a conversation with my mom. Because what I'm not going to have, because I'm not going to draw myself out. I'm not going to put my hands on him. I'm not going to put my hands on this gal because that's what he wants. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to shame you. I'm just going to expose it on the internet, babe, because I'm not the one. Yeah, one love. Do you get what I'm saying? Baby, I've got Nigerian, Jamaican blood in me. I've got Latina blood in me. I've got Irish blood in me. I'm not the one, babes. I'm not the one because I got the black white blood in me. Then I got the Latina. They're like what Arabs originate in. I got that blood in me, babes. I'm not the one. Yard man will talk at you, not to you. All right. So what part was I up to? All right. So when I'm now kicking off and I'm saying to him, how can you bring my kids around a girl that I don't know? How can you bring my kids around a woman that I don't know? How can you bring my kids around a woman that I don't even know her name? Are you like smoking hard food? But obviously I don't know what he wanted me to be, like care, to be jealous, to have some sort of emotion. Mods, are you here? Okay, Angela's here. So now, do you know what this man's turned around and messaged me? You don't have to use such foul language after he's taken my kids to abroad. I don't know where Peter lives because he won't tell me his address. So to this day, I've allowed him to take. So do you see this has been a pressure point? It's been like a pressure cooker, like just mounting to the top. Because it's like, you know where I live. He turns up to my house unannounced. He'll text me and he'll say, I'm bringing the kids' stuff round. He won't text me unannounced. He'll come here. He'll bring the kids' stuff around. He'll do whatever the F he wants. I don't even know where this man lives. This is how much of a narcissist he is. So this chick that he's blowing his back out, she knows where he lives. She knows his address. She knows how to get to the yard. Me as his ex-wife that has children doesn't know where this man lives. How narcissistic is that? To this day. And then he wants to take my kids to go in. Do you know what I mean? So now you've just got this girl involved in this mess. And I'm not upset with her because he's probably been telling her a lot of lies. I'm not upset with you, Queen. I'm just saying, like respect it, innit? Because I know you've been watching me for months, and I know you're watching right now. So listen to me and listen to me well. I'm right now. I'm gonna say that you're none the wiser. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say you didn't know the story. Now you do, bitch. So if you still continue, if I hear that you're around my kid, I'm just gonna pull up and I will be putting hands on you. That's on period. But I'm not, you and him. I'll be going crazy. I'm not doing this. So you've had the warning. You have heard everything that I've told you. You are aware and you are abreast. If you want to stay with that dusty guy, it's entirely up to you. I don't care. I want him to be happy. I want him to move on. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I just don't want the gal around my kids because I don't play with my kids. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I need to get mentally better. And he knows that. I'm mentally unstable. If you bring another gal into the equation and she does something to my kids, I'm going to go to jail. And I need to be there for my kids. You not get that. So how are you going to bring a gal around? You don't even know her. Say like now they get into an argument or something kicks off and then my kids are there. Bitch, I'm not the one. I don't want my kids to be around arguing and fighting. I don't want my kids to be around, you're lipsing up, you're doing all of this. And my kids don't like that. That's going to mess up my kids in the head. To see you all lovey-dovey with this gal, like doing up, playing kiki and playing families and whatever. And we haven't even sat down and told our kids that we've gone through a divorce. We've never had that conversation. We've never had that conversation. We've never sat down to even tell our kids that we're separated or divorced. Do you know how traumatic that is for children? I just moved the kids out of the house. And the whole thing was that we weren't going to get with anyone else, like have a relationship to introduce our kids to the people. So that is why I never told my kids that we were divorced. It was like, do you know what my kids think? I told my kids that daddy was doing work. So that's why he has to have his own house to be close to work. Obviously, the eldest ain't DUMB. My 9-year-old is still saying, Mummy, I just want you and Daddy to get back together. Yeah, I'm taking it there now. I'm in a blood clot here. Because you know what? You're playing with the wrong one, bitch. Because if you think you little narcissist think you're gonna use my kids as a pawn, no, not on my watch, not on my block, because I don't give a damn about you, babes, or any gal that you want to be effing with. But my kids, I've put in too much work, B. I've put in too much work for myself. I've put in too much work for them girls. Listen, the reason why them girls are the way they are, that's me. Emotionally stable, this, that, and the third, that's me, baby girl. And I tell you what, I'll take it as low as I need to take it, baby. I'm not the one. So I'm not going to have this man using my kids as a pawn. Hell to the MF no. Ciao. It is not going to happen. I hope when you decide to move on, he can have the same energy and let you be. But Rob, I'm not moving on. Don't you get it? I'm not moving on. Because my boyfriend who unalived, he was my first and last love. I'm not like my ex-husband. I'm not a bitch. My word is my bond. If I say something, I've said it, that's it. But he's not like that because he's not really from the gutter and the hood and the roads. He just thinks he is. He was never really, he's not built from the barbed wire concrete. He ain't from there. So he can just say stuff. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He tried to act like he was some sort of guy from the hood and from the block. So, and I knew he wasn't. I knew he wasn't. I just used to laugh. But whatever, if you want to be, you want to be in it. So, but now this is evidence and proof that you're not really from the concrete jungle, because you would have kept your word and your bond. Because me and Peter share custody. He has the kids like 1 week. I have the kids another week. Like, he doesn't have to have a gal around the kids. Like, I don't need to have a man around the kids, because if it's your bitch's birthday, tell me, baby. I'll take my kids. You can come, because I don't go out, guys. I'm disabled. I'm in my yard. I'm not going out raving. I'm not going out linking, man. I'm not getting my back blown out. I've been celibate for years. It's you that's got the problem. It's you that can't live without a gal. It's you that needs to be blowing out another gal's back and getting supply. I don't need to do that because I'm healing from my childhood trauma. You haven't, babe. And if you don't want to heal, that's entirely fine. But I'm not going to continue this dysfunctional, generational, epigenetic, family traumatic cycle where we don't talk about issues, we brush it under the rug. Everybody's effed up psychologically because we're not dealing with the trauma, the psychological trauma, the things that have happened in the family. And then my kids end up effed up with psychological and emotional disorders, and they're staring into space and they're disassociated because they've been around, had such a dysfunctional childhood and family upbringing. You're on crack, bruv. Not my kids. Not my kids. That's not going to happen, babes. It's not going to happen, Peter. Over my unalive body. It's not going to happen. And however it goes down from here, it's going to have to go down. I'm ready and I'm prepared. I'm ready and waiting for you. You'll be dropping off the kids, dropping off their stuff on Thursday. Like, whatever it is, innit? I don't care. Because this disrespect, you're lucky that I didn't pull up at your mum's yard. That's what you're lucky for. You're lucky that I'm just sitting on the internet and talking. That's what you're lucky for. You're lucky I didn't pull up to your mum's yard. You're lucky. You're blood clot lucky, babes. You're lucky. Because if it wasn't for my mother, I would have pulled up at the mum's yard, so he would have had to have left the birthday and come back to the yard. Do you understand what I'm saying? With my youths, like, because that's just how we roll. That's how we roll. That's just how we roll. And that's how. But I know if I stretch these knuckles and put my hands on anyone, I know I'm going to be doing serious time because I've got all the trauma. So I'm not trying to do that. And this is what I'm saying. I've been healing. But imagine if I hadn't been healing, this ninja would have brought me out, drawn me out to the point where I would have gone, made a whole scene, gone to try and put my hands on the gal, made the whole thing, and my kids would have seen it. That would have effed up my kids. And then he comes out as the glorious father, the one who's coming to pick up all the pieces. Then the social services get involved and they want to remove my kids, and I'm looking crazy and I'm getting sectioned. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. That's what he wants, because we're dealing with a narcissist. And do you know what? This has pushed me to want to get it together even more, to want to heal more, to want to, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, get it together for the sake of my kids, because anybody try and take my kids away from me, anybody trying over my unalive body, chair, over my unalive body. Thank you, baby, over my unalive. I'm getting it together for the sake of my girls. I'm getting it together for the sake of my kids, because by the looks of their father, you get what I'm saying? It's just giving narc vibes. You know what? I actually love your energy. Rob, we should meet up in it and go out for a little drink or whatever, but like just on friends vibes though, babe, because I'm not, Jason is the first and last love of my life. I'm not, I'm not looking to get with any guys, but I don't mind like male friendships. You seem quite spiritual. I do want more like spiritual guys, like as friends, them ones who look crazy, like they've got the copper triangles on their head. They've got all of the crystals dripping off them. Man like that they're so entrenched in learning knowledge that they'll just sit down. They're not even thinking about blowing out the back. Them type of guys, or on the cusp of extreme and radical, like how the Borsters and Mogs and stuff are, but just on the spiritual spectrum. That's the kind of mandem that I need to be making friends with, because they ain't gonna be looking upon me like that. Do you know what I'm saying? That because they're almost like on the cusp of like being in psychosis because they're so into spirituality. All right. So after I've sent him the voice note and I've cussed his ass out, yeah. Because remember, he's used to this, Leah, the submissive, obedient, subservient, one that he can walk all over like a rug, treat however he wants, talk, and I won't talk back because I was controlled by the cult. That's why he married me, because they want to leave. So thanks for the gifts, guys. So as I've sent him that message and I've cussed out his rascal, yeah. And if his friend Rebla is on here watching and gloating, what's your wife's name again? Bookie. Rebla, if you're on here and you're gloating and you're talking about my ex-husband to your wife and all of this, get ready because I will be exposing you and your 304 wife, Bookie, yeah, Rebla, because you might be sitting there gloating thinking, oh yeah, Peter's getting exposed. You and your marriage is a sham. It's fake. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're like how can you marry someone that's dealt with your brother before in the past? Don't play with me, bitch. So if you're sitting there thinking you got one up on me and Peter because our marriage ain't working, your marriage is a mess. Bookie's a mess. You married a 304. Don't even play with me. That girl has got so many issues. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it for the exposure, Rebla. How's things with your son? Is that relationship all right? How's your baby mother? How is she? Is everything okay? You know them baby mums, guys, them girlfriends that are so jealous because the baby daddy don't want a human fecal matter on them. So they're jealous of the relationship that their baby daddy and the son has. So they try and take them away. So Rebla, Rebla, I've been seeing you've been watching my ish. Like, baby, don't even do that. Don't even do that. You know, Rebla, the Christian, the gospel artist, because I don't care. I'm coming for all his brethrens now. Even his brethrens. I don't even know if he still chats to them, but they're all getting exposed because everyone's getting exposed because Peter thought he could be out here disrespecting me. Do you know what I'm saying? And then people think they can have one up, that like they've got one up on us because we're divorced and I'm exposing Peter. But Rebla, you're such a MESS. You're the reason that I knew Peter wasn't no gangster and he was a mess because of you. So I will be exposing you and your wife because they are also fake Christians. They've probably got their church now doing up fake. So it's just the MESS. It's just the MESS, really. Yeah, because I have a feeling that you're watching on here. So Bookie, get prepared, my love. Get prepared. Get prepared, Rebla. Get prepared, Shehi. Get prepared. Get prepared. Playing with me outside in these streets. All right. So back to what happened. So as I've cussed his ass out on the voice note now, because I know I know you were sitting here gloating because Rebla was always jealous of Peter. Do you know what I mean? He was jealous of him. He was jealous of like because he was making more money. He's that other guy's just a mess. Do you know what I'm saying? So then, especially when Peter got with me because his wife's not much to look at. So she's quite unfortunate looking and she's like a pick me and a Barbara the Builder. So she was very insecure. Do you know what I mean? And she's trying to get close to me. She's just sly. She's just a sly gal. You know what I'm saying? So most of those men them, because remember I told you these dusty men, they usually get with a pick me or a Barbara the Builder anyway. So their life is probably HELL. They probably don't get their back blown out. She's probably miserable looking like a man right now in her masculine energy because Rebla is very feminine. He is in his feminine energy. And what he did to his baby mother was absolutely disgusting. I just hope that he has some type of a relationship with his son. But if you don't, and your son has trauma and resentment, you should blame Bookie because she was the one who was being messy and wanting you to play daddy with her son that her baby father don't human fecal matter on. So you abandoned your own child to be going and doing up kiki and be doing up playing daddy with a child that's not even yours, and the baby father don't even human fecal matter on that son. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So now your son, so where's your son? And the son is beautiful. It's like that girl, she's like the wife was hating because I know what he's doing. He's sitting here and he's gloating and he's chatting all Peter's businesses for because Peter, do you know what? I don't hate JTE you. You just need to heal from the trauma. And I've got to do what I've got to do to protect my kids. Do you know what I mean? I like you, I'm real to the core. So I'm not going to let you look like no idiot outside in these streets. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I will have to expose you to thing my kids. But I won't let people think they've got a one up on him because Rebla, you will never have a one up on Peter. He's better than you. He makes more money than you. He will always be more thing. That's why you're married to Bookie. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why you married a gal that was dealing with your brother before you. Like Peter's not a loser. He would never do that. Peter would never deal with a gal that's dealt with his brother, Omari, and then be coming and bringing her to the house. He's not an idiot. I wouldn't have had babies with an idiot. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Rebla, if you think you've got one up because I'm exposing Peter, you got another thing coming, baby, because I just exposed you in 5 minutes and I've got more. I've got more to expose you about. So let's not do that. Let's not do that, Rebs. Let's not do that, Rebla. All right. I think I've left the dogs outside still. Okay. So let me get into it. So as I've cussed this rascal on the phone now, he's now decided to come and be doing up a text message saying, oh, Leah, stop. You don't have to use such foul language. If you want to meet her, let me know. So do you see how now he's gone into full-blown knock activation? Because now I haven't given him the response that he wants, because he wants me to meet her, because obviously he thinks she looks good. He might think that this girl's got a one up on me, but never, not a day in your life, babe. I'm a goddess. There's no one like me. I'm almost 40 years old. No, you will never, Peter, you will never find another woman better than me. You will never find, like, look at how loyal I am to my boyfriend that I'm alive. Like, every man wants that. Do you know how many men would unalive? Do you know how much man them are looking at that and being like, wow, what a queen, what a diamond, what an empress? Do you know how much man them have reached out to me, just wanting to be there for me, show me love, show me support, because they can see the diamond. They can see that, they can see who I truly am. And you're pissed because you didn't see it and you let it go. You're pissed because you couldn't keep it. So that's just what it is, baby. So, you know, even if the gal does look good, even if she looks whatever, never gonna touch me, babe. Not in a million years. Not in whatever you were trying to do with the triangulation. Because I'm Delulu. I think I'm Beyonce and Rihanna. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I will always love you, my darling, you, oh baby, you, oh yeah, my darling, you. No one can touch me, bitch. No one can touch me, bitch. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Your love. Don't play with me, babe. Me, myself, and I took a vow that from now on, I'ma be my own best friend. Me, myself, and I. Don't play with me, babe. I'm a superstar. There's no one that you can get unless it's Beyonce. And Peter, unless you're going to get Beyonce or you're going to get some sort of celeb, some sort of gal that's giving celebrity vibes on the outside in these streets, unless you're going to be going and finding Cleo Sol, I think she's married, Victoria Monet, because baby, when I make it and you see me doing my videos and you see me doing my singing, because now I'm going to have to get into the booth to make songs about you. Because I can't come on here and be doing up whatever. I've got to put it in the songs. Your hair's so nice and long. I didn't expect that. Thanks, babe. I do my own hair, so I'm finishing it up today, chair. Do you know, even with the hair half done, I'm still bussing. Do you know what I mean? Oh, do you sing, Robin? Oh my God, he sings as well. Yeah, so anyway, he said, do I want to meet her? So guys, I've started laughing and I'm like, I was like, you got me all the way effed up. Babes, why do I want to meet her? I don't even F with you. I don't even meet up with you. Thank you, Lindsay. I don't even meet up with you, Ninja. I don't even... Guys, one time he called me, yeah? One time he called me up and I could tell like he was in bed. It was like early or whatever. And he purposefully called me up with this bitch laying beside him. And I could tell, because I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. I'm like psychic. I can read people's mind. I could get the energy. I get downloads. I get dreams. So I knew this broad was laying behind him after just getting her back blown out. Girl, my Shayla, I just want to let you know, bitch, that whilst you were getting your back blown out by my ex-husband, we were still legally married. So that makes you a harlot and an adulterer. That's adulterous blowing out of the back. It's given adulterer. You know, I also want you to know that our divorce only got finalized about a couple of months ago. So I wanted to also let you know that Peter didn't even wait for that ink to dry before he started to, you know, introduce other females to our children. I also want to let you know, sweetie, and I have all of the evidence. I have all of the receipts. I have everything. I have all the emails. I have all the text messages. I have all of the back and forth with his mother that doesn't want to communicate with me, with my mum. I've got it all. I've got it all, sweetheart. So, yeah, so as I said to you, bitch, you can have a relationship with this guy, you're dysfunctional, whatever, but not around my kids. You know, he's not going to bring this triangulation and this dysfunctionality, you know, in with my kids. He's not going to do that. He didn't need to bring you around them. He doesn't need you to be around them. We need to keep it separate. That was the vow. That was the vow that we made. And that was no friggin' religious in a church, whatever. We made that vow to each other sitting on the chair, and that vow can never be broken. It's a vow we made. We're bound for life with them kids when it comes to that bond. And you said it, bitch. You said it, Peter. You said it. So I'm not a problem. There's no problems here. I'm not a problem. You sit down and put them kids first, like you said. Do you understand what I'm saying? You keep to your promises. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now you found a little piece of cheap air. Now you want to be like trading that info, like nah, B. So anyway, I've gone on the phone, yeah, and I'm literally like just cussing him out like on the phone, like just because I'm making it about the kids. He's making it about the girl. Do you see how he's making it about the girl? Because he's using her as a pawn. But it's like, I don't care about her. That's why I don't care. After that, it's not like, oh yeah, I'd love to. Oh yeah, what did he think I was gonna say? This delusional narcissist. Oh yeah, I'd love to meet her. Let's arrange a day. Your mum don't chat to me. Your father don't chat to me. Your father hasn't human fecal mattered on me since we got divorced. Your father sees me and he won't even open his big mouth to say hello. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, your father ain't effing with me. Your mother don't like me because I divorced you. Do you get what I'm saying? None of your family even check for me. No one call. No, there's no relationship with the family. There's no relationship with you. And then you want me to meet this broad. Your dad don't even chat to me, bro. Your dad doesn't open his mouth to speak to me when he sees me outside in the street, when he sees me at your house. He don't open his mouth to chat to me. So if your family's not chatting to me, and when I'm coming and complaining about you and y'all dysfunctional ass, and nobody wants to talk to me about you, why do you want me to come and meet this broad that you've known for what, a year? 2 years? Oh my God. Yeah, it feels so good to release this because I've been protecting this man because I thought he had our kids' interest at heart. So I was creating this fake facade to protect my kids. And also, when I wanted a man, I didn't want a man to know that I had a dusty ex-husband. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I was wanted to have a man. So I've always kind of covered him for my sake because I haven't wanted it to make it look like I had a dusty. I married a dusty and I was with a dusty. So that's why I was protecting myself. But now that I see that he's disrespecting me, he wants to bring my kids around like some gal that I don't even know. Do you know what I'm saying? He's disrespecting me outside. Imagine I'm so bait on the internet, guys, that this bitch knows who I am. I could be out. She could be serving me somewhere and I don't even know who she is. These times this bitch has been around my kids. He's taken her out. He's probably been taking his friends around her as well. You know, people that are mutuals that are seeing these things. Like, I'm some idiot. This man has not even had a conversation with me. I have never, me and Peter have been separated for I think about 4 years now. It could be longer. Since that time, I have not introduced one man to my kids. I've not brought my kids around men in this house. I've never brought a man in this house to introduce to, even as a friend, to my kids, because kids ain't dumb. If I'm like, oh, this is my friend, they're not stupid. You got me all the way effed up, Pete, man. Seriously, like, you bitch, I'm not the one. When it comes to my kids, as I said, I don't care about you. I'm beautiful. I can get any man I want. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you were lucky to even get me because I'm out of your league. The only reason you got me was because I was severely indoctrinated. That's the only reason you even had a chance. Everyone can see it. You would have never got me. And when I announced it and I was showing everyone was shocked that I was with you. They were like, this ain't Leah's type. Oh, all right, we're just going to have to accept it. It was because I was indoctrinated and I knew that he would marry me because he was showing signs. But basically, the reason I married Peter is because he fit all of the characteristics of what a husband should be. And that's a misogynistic, patriarchal, abusive narcissist, because that's how the men are in the cult. So he was already that way inclined. So that's the reason why I married him, because I was already programmed. I was already used to that ABUSE. So once we got into the marriage and it was just a lot of, just silent treatment, walking on eggshells. It was good for maybe like the first, after about a year and a half, we knew the marriage wasn't going to work. Because after about a year and a half, 2 years, if it's we knew the marriage weren't going to work. But I just stayed with him because of the cult, because of the indoctrination. Because see guys like him, with that like upbringing of that culture and stuff, they won't leave the wives because of the shame, and they'll be with them. Like most Nigerian men, if they don't like the wives or the wives, they'll be with them until the children go to like uni. So like at 18, 19, when they get older, that's usually when they divorce. And then they start going for like really young girls, and that's when the women, they just get left to just get rinsed and washed up. So that's why a lot of the time with these Nigerian men, these wives are in polygamous marriages. So the wives, the husbands will have kids all over the gaff, treating the woman like absolute human fecal matter. She will be a pick-me, she will not heal, and it's just the same cycle repeats, unfortunately. Do you know what I'm saying? So all I'm going to say is this dysfunctionality will not be exposed to my children over my unalive body. If it means I have to raise them as a single parent because it's more, healthy and whatever, then I'll do that. I'm also going to do absolutely everything I can to get my shit together. Do you know what I mean? To make sure I heal, to make sure that I put the work into myself so I can be as stable as possible for my children. I can set up this, get the funding, the CIC, get back into work and do everything that I need to do. Because when I'm operating at that level, don't nobody have any chat for me, bitch. Don't nobody have any chat for me. Not today, not tomorrow. I know you said you weren't trying to be anything, which is totally understandable, but what's your type now? Would you look for in a man? This guy on here, you know, but I love him though. He's so sweet. But I just think that guys think I'm just saying this. My type is just Jason, babe. I've got to keep it real. Like I'm in grief. I can't even think about another man or what my type would be or anything like that, babe. I'll keep it so real with you. I'm so heartbroken. I feel like that guy just unalived a couple of weeks ago. The only reason why I've had to put the brakes on it is because, you know, no one comes before my children. I am my children and my children are me. Morning Spicy, my children are an extension of me. My children are me. I look at my kids and I'm like, and that's why he knows I'm not a bad mother. So he knows I'm not going to let them kids go to this birthday dinner with their hair looking like human fecal matter. So do you see how he's put me, my hands are tied because my kids are a representation of me. I'm not, as I said to you, my child has such bad allergies and I've got all the receipts because I took my child to a dermatologist appointment. Peter don't take them to no appointments and all that. I do all of that. Taking them to the appointments, calling the GP. If they're with his mum or him or whatever, they don't call no GP. I'm the one that calls the GP. I'm the one that takes them. So girl, whatever he's been feeding your head with, whatever human fecal matter this guy's been telling you, child, you if you decide to say it's entirely up to you. I don't care what happens after this, but bitch, as I said to you, Peter's not healed. He's not healed. And he's not going to be attracting anything good. The only type of woman he would attract at this stage in his life, at this junction, is going to be a young gal that's under the age of 30. And bitch, you don't have anything to teach my children. You got nothing to teach my children. You need to come to me. You need to come on my lives and sit down and listen to me so I could deconstruct and deprogram your ass. You ain't got a damn thing to teach my children, chair. You can't even help them with their maths and geography and history homework. So you need to sit. You need to keep yourself away from my blood clot youths. I don't care if you've got youths either, because I had my first youth at 25 and my second one at 31. I'm a big grown ass bitch. I'm gonna be 40 soon. So as I said, you're not allowed to be around my kids, innit? Like that's on period. I don't care what he's saying. I'm telling you, you're not allowed to be around my kids because I will pull up. I will pull up. And just like no men are allowed to be around my kids. Me and Pete, we had that agreement. We had that vow. He's gonna have to take me to court. He's gonna have to take me to court, bitch. Because when we made that vow and we were together, we were married. So he's gonna have to take me to court for parental rights and all of that. He will have to take my backside to court. Because as far as I'm concerned, that was an oath and that was a vow and that was a covenant that we made. And I'm sure when it comes into with law and all of that, do you know what I'm saying? Because that was a covenant and a law that we made, because we've had things happen in our family where family members have been eaten out of the great bowl. They've experienced SA and stuff like that. So Peter and I sat down and made that vow. And because I've been molested by a female, it was a female, my mum's friend's daughter, I was actually molested by a girl, and I carry severe trauma. It wasn't a man, it was a woman that took advantage of me, and I carry severe trauma as a result of being by a female, an older female. Okay, so that's why I don't want this bitch around my kids, because females can do it. I don't know her from anywhere. I don't know her, who are her kids. Has she got kids? What kind of dysfunctional upbringing do the kids have? Are the kids going to be around my kids? Is there a boy? My kids aren't even around males. Even when my nephew comes to stay in the yard, he sleeps in my bed with me. My kids sleep in the room separately. Are you on crack, Peter? Get it together. Get it together. Get it to blood clot together. Seriously, you need to get it together. You need to get it together, chair. Light, are we still on today? Because I'm going to say to you that I need you to come down today. You know them ones. I will be saying it today, babe. You know, I have like I've let you off for the Friday and Saturday, but today I do need you here, babe. I'm not going to lie. I do need you here, babe, because of what we spoke about that day on the phone, my love. You love your babies. You are protecting them with all your heart. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you. Guys, it's just the MESS, man. I never thought that I would be on here. And all the people that are preying me, man, that just like know me and Peter and that from other things, like, you know, just bad mind people. You don't like none of my shit. You don't support my content. Now you're all coming and preying. Every person I see that hasn't been liking my lives, haven't been supporting my content. And now that I'm talking about Peter, everyone's coming. I had to block a gal on there. The people on their side, like his sisters, brethrens, his people, they're messy. Gossips like to chat. I had to block a gal. I'm blocking them all up. When I see them come on, I'm just blocking them. Because you're just coming for what? For the tea so that you can go and chat. You could go and chat a bit like you will have to create a fake account to come on and be preying me. And then now we know that you've got real issues outside in these streets. All right. Okay. Guys, I think I'm going to end the live here. I've been on for an hour. I was supposed to come and share ABUSE in Christian marriages, but I'll just share narcissistic ABUSE after a Christian marriage. You know them ones. That's what the title's called, bitch. I'll see you lot later. I'll be back soon, guys. Bye, Insta. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye, YouTube. I love you. I'll see you later. I'm off. I'm out.